In every region except for Johto or Sinnoh, the player faces minor situations, whether you're saving a scientist, battling a greedy trainer, or exploring a castle or tower. In the end, the trainer is provided a choice between one of two fossil Pokemon. After picking one, your choice of getting another fossil Pokemon is literally impossible since it's one of its kind in the game. Unless you trade. Yeah, that works too. But even though they are rare to get, they are very underused Pokemon, whether it's in Wi-Fi battling or just in a playthrough. And I get it, many people don't feel like rock-type Pokemon are necessary for their team and would rather go for something else like an electric or dragon type. But honestly, a lot of fossil Pokemon, if added to your team, are major powerhouses and are one of the best rock types out there. So today I'll be counting down my top 5 favorite fossil Pokemon. Before I get started with the list, keep in mind that all the Pokemon that I picked were based on my opinion and mine only. So if you guys have your own list, don't hesitate to comment it down below. But with that being said, let's get straight into number 5. Starting off this list is Omastar. Lord Helix jokes aside, the only reason I prefer Omastar over Kabutops is its battle side of things. Design-wise, Kabutops destroys Omastar, but in terms of battling, Omastar can get moves like Shell Smash, and if you give it powerful TMs like Ice Beam, which can benefit it because it's a special attacker, it really just tears Kabutops apart since Kabutops gets moves like Aqua Jet and Mega Drain late game, which is really weak for the time. So if you're looking for a Kanto pick as a rock type, definitely go for Omastar. So the first time I played through Sinnoh, Rorik's Kratos was so powerful, and I think many people agree that if you stepped into that gym unprepared, he was going to destroy you. This is one of many reasons why I love Rampardos. At the time, I really took a liking to Pokemon that can deal so much damage, so seeing Bastiodon resembling a shield really pushed it away from me, and I just preferred Rampardos ever since. Even though its stats are pretty bad, look at its attack! Not only that, you can get it at level 30, which leaves you with a monster at early mid-game. The only reason Rampardos is so low at number 4 is because to get Sinnoh Fossil Pokemon, you need to use the underground feature they introduced and use the Explorer kits, and honestly that was so boring and very time consuming, and I really just didn't like it. Number 3 on today's list goes to one of my favorite Unova Pokemon, Carracosta. I'm sure Game Freak had to work extra hard on the Unova game since they had to add a complete new roster of Pokemon to the games, and they had to think of ideas that stood out to the players. Some stood out, and of course others didn't. One of the designs that stood out to me was Carracosta's, because just look at it. It's a huge historic turtle, and I just love all my turtle and tortoise Pokemon. Like Omastar, it's also a really nice Pokemon to have on your team when you're battling because it gets moves like Shell Smash, and you can use Aqua Jet alongside it to make up for the slow speed stat. And it also gets really nice abilities like Solid Rock and Sturdy, which are also helpful for it when it's in battle. Honestly, this pick might make some people mad because not many people like Pokemon from Kalos, but number 2 today is Tyrantrum. Don't get me wrong, I really love Aurorus as well, and it was so close to getting this pick because of its design and color scheme and the amount of good ice and electric move it gets, but in terms of the ability Strong Jaw to power up all the Fang moves, Tyrantrum really just beats Aurorus for me, and because I also love its dragon typing, and Tyrantrum was also the first fossil Pokemon I actually gave a shot in a playthrough in my Pokemon Y, and it was really powerful, and that is why it is high on the list at number 2. If If you haven't seen this coming already, number 1 on today's list is Aerodactyl, and I'm sure a lot of people would share the same opinion. Aerodactyl has the coolest design out of all the fossil Pokemon. Its mega's amazing, it is really good in battle and gets so many varied moves, and it's just a real powerhouse. The only bad thing I can think of for Aerodactyl is how late you get it in the game. To revive fossils in Kanto, you have to wait until Cinnabar Island, that's where the 7th gym is, and that's so late because when you revive it, you get it at level 5 when all your Pokemon are gonna be around level 45 to 50. A lot of people also forget to fly back to get the old Amber from Pewter City, making this Pokemon completely forgettable in Kanto because of how much time it takes to train it up, but honestly, it's so worth it if you do in game and competitively as well, making it my favorite fossil Pokemon. Thank you so much for watching this top 5. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to leave a like on this video and subscribe to the channel as it is greatly appreciated. Also, check out my other top 5 I made a while ago on my favorite Kalos Pokemon. Click on the annotation on screen and it should take you to the video. Other than that, thank you so much for watching again. It has been Relic and I'll see you all next time.